All right. Hello, everyone. In this video, we are going to talk about 4Ps and 7Ps of marketing and how we could actually apply them on our digital marketing or integrated digital marketing, strategies. So why 4Ps of marketing? Well, the 4Ps of marketing is a model, that for enhancing the components of your marketing mix, right? So the way in which you take a new product or service to market, it helps you to define your marketing options, in terms of price, product, promotion, and place. In that way, your offering meets, a kind of specific customer need or demand. So the 4Ps, first one is product. That is, which product are you actually offering? Price, how much are you charging for it? Place, where can a customer get that? Promotion, and how do you promote it so that people will get to know about it. All right. Okay, that is about 4Ps. Then 7Ps of marketing mix. The 7Ps of marketing entails all the 4Ps with addition of 3Ps. Beside, the product, price, place, and promotion, we have people, process, and physical evidence as the the remaining three that completed the 7Ps. The 7P of marketing mix is referred to the service marketing mix, which is an extended marketing mix and is an integral part of a service blueprint design. So it means the 4Ps basically applies to most of those kind of businesses that have product to sell. They don't necessarily offer services. Okay, while the 7Ps, extend, to the service, part, so that if you are offering service, not a product, then you have, 7Ps of marketing to actually use. All right. So now product/service. How can you develop your products/services? You need to understand that very well. So when you are about to go into business, you have to identify or know the product or service that you are about to produce or offer. So product review and analysis is one of the ways that will help you arrive at a very good product or service. You need to leverage on an online database, which is mostly something you need to pay for. So you can get information about products and and services in line with what you are about to offer. So you can also understand the needs, of the customers. Competitor product analysis, you need to look at available products similar to what you want to offer in the market. That will help you know the gap and study the gap in order to bridge it. Branding, your branding also matters. You need to kind of try as much as you can to have a unique branding, which will help your product or service stand out. Customer demand and satisfaction. I mean, when you do what we call a product research based on data, you'll be able to understand, how demanding is that particular product or service, and how can you satisfy that particular demand, of the customers. So basically, so you need to identify, the first thing to do is product research, which could be done to these 4 different stages. Prices or fees that you are going to charge, for your product or service. So how can we change our pricing model? You need to concentrate on the value that your product or service is going to offer. You also need to carry out, price comparison with competitors. So you understand what they are charging. So compare what they are charging with the value, they are giving, so that you'll be able to understand whether if it's worth it. You can see a product that is charging like higher than what you intend to offer. So possibly maybe the value, that the customers are getting is also higher. and it might be contrary. It all depends. So price comparison with competitors is key in terms of determining your prices or fees that you're going to charge for the product or service. Pricing model, that is software as a service. If it depends on what you are offering. If you are offering your product, for example, say you are selling a laptop, or you are producing or manufacturing or assembling a laptop, so your pricing model might not be software as a service, okay? It could be, maybe a referral program. Could be a referral program that you are going to use, to do that, or commission-based, price model. Okay, and for software, you can decide to say, okay, this is software as a service. People will subscribe and they pay you a month, for 3 months, or per annum. Customer price sensitivity. You have to be sensitive about, the pricing. And this is actually something you could achieve from the customer persona you created. Because through the persona, you'll be able to understand the buying power of each and every customer that you're targeting. The third P is place or access. What new distribution options are there for customers to experience our product? New distribution options. I mean, what are the available distribution options that is there for customers to experience our product? That is online, in-store, or mobile. These are different distribution channels that you can do that. So you can decide to make it very easy to access your product or service in a way that customers will have their own hands on them. So through that, they'll be able to justify or say, okay, this is good for us, this is not good, based on the situation. All right. So where do customers look for your product or service? That is the channel of distribution. How can you access the best distribution channel? And what do your competitors do? Those that are offering this, how do they eat? How do they do it? So this is very important to take note. Promotion. That is, how do you promote your product or service? How can we add to or substitute the combination within paid, earned, and earned media channels? Okay, these are different, channels, whether paid or earned or earned. It all depends. So which avenue will give you the best return on investment? You have to analyze, the promotion channel that bring more result to you and at a very minimal cost. This is important. What is the frequency of the content distribution? It means, that is how many times, there's people come across that particular, advert that you're about to. Just compare radio jingle with TV advert plus social media. Actually, so the most effective one, it all depends on what you're about to get. But however, it is easy to say that social media is more effective because it's there and people will see it like as many times as they want. Okay. What is the best time to promote? Which time is appropriate for promotion? And this is something you can actually gather from your research on the kind of people you want to sell to. And if you remember, we have seen how to use Google Consumer Barometer yesterday, and a couple of other tools, like one other one, of course. So based on that, we'll be able to get the analytics, which will give us data that will guide our decision, so that we get to know, the time that mostly people actually join, go online and check stuff, especially social media. Lastly, how do your competitors do their promotion? So you also need to look at what other businesses are doing, especially those that you guys are occupying the same niche. Physical evidence. How do you reassure our customers? Example, with physical evidence, you can provide impressive digital assets, well-trained staff/talents, online PR. These are some of the physical evidences that will actually make you stand out in terms of rendering products or services. People. Who are people and their skills gap? So do you have the right personnel in terms of people that work for your business, people that you work together with? Do they have the right skill sets? Okay, do they have the right customer care knowledge that they need to do? Is the process right? Are you well staffed? I mean, do you have the right number of people that need to manage a business? Do you undertake continuous training for your staff? That is staff skilling and reskilling, basically. So all these are important, to understand. Service process, the way in which the service is delivered to the end customer. It means how does the product or service is delivered. So how is the service being delivered is important. I mean, if I subscribe to your service, or I actually want to buy a product, how can I get it at the end of the day? Okay, what is the turnaround time? Means the time it will take, for that, that item to be delivered, or the service to be available for me to make use of. How do they find you for your product or service, right? And then lastly, what is the process to acquire your service? The processes are very important. So this is indeed something that, we need to understand and need to know very well. So that has been about, the 4 P's and 7 P's of marketing. I hope it is clear. Now, going forward,
Yes, sir.
We're going to this satisfaction versus loyalty. So we need to understand the difference between satisfied customers and loyal customers. Okay, when we look at this little graph, okay, we have 100%, 75, starting from 25. Okay, let's say we have this starting from 25. Likelihood of retention 25, 7,500. That is what we have on the y-axis. Then on the x-axis we have extremely dissatisfied, fairly dissatisfied, neutral, that is neither satisfied nor dissatisfied, fairly satisfied, and very satisfied. So this particular graph helps us to know whether if our customers are satisfied or they are going to be loyal to us. Okay, so now when you look at it, zone of defection there, it shows that these guys are basically, the likelihood of retention at that level is quite very low. Okay, because they are at the level that they are at the level of that they are at the level of, like, the likelihood of retention there. The likelihood of retention there is not it's not looking very good. And of course, these guys are very, very, they're extremely dissatisfied and somehow fairly satisfied. So the loyalty level is basically when we have 75 to 100% likelihood of retention, and the customers are fairly satisfied or very satisfied. That is what will bring satisfaction and loyalty for our customers. So what actually is a loyal customer? One who makes regular purchases is considered to be loyal. Purchases across product and service lines, refer others, and demonstrate an immunity to the pull of competition. All right. So this is what we actually conceptualize, as a loyal customer. Loyal and customer service. The loyalty ladder. The loyalty ladder here, we start with, a prospect. Okay, a prospect, somebody who is actually considered to be a prospective patronizer of your product or service, may be unaware of your existence, okay, at a point. But as your promotion gets rigorous, they become aware about you and what you offer. Customer, so from prospect, these guys becomes customers. That is, has made one purchase. When somebody made a purchase, that person becomes your customer. Client makes regular purchases. Your client is someone that makes regular purchases, supporter, thinks you are really cool in terms of offering goods and services. An advocate is someone that tells everyone you are really cool without promoting or prompting. And partner will help you grow your business. So this is based on the loyalty ladder. So when we look at it, at each point, there has to be, an interaction between, that person and your product or service. And of course, in either point, the people that you are working with has a vital role to play. So it's important, to know how to manage very well. So even if, as a digital marketer, you have to understand that the person who is going to be commenting on your business page is actually interacting as a business. Therefore, he has to be well trained. They have to be well trained, and of course need to be well taken care of. That is very important. What makes a good relationship? Understanding actually is one of it. Know what the customer wants. Good database knowledge is essential. If you understand what the customer wants, going into research so that you can understand this is very, very important. So the thing is, these databases, some of them are not free. You have to pay for it. I will give you an example of Jungle Spot. You can actually always, go and do product research, based on that platform. And I think you have to pay a little bit. Common interest. Share enthusiasm with customer for your product quality and your people. So you have to understand their psychology. Dialogue. Give every opportunity for feedback and make sure you listen. Hence, where the social media actually give small businesses an edge. You have access to these tools and platforms that you can easily, talk to people, express yourselves, and of course, try and resolve issues. So conflict resolution is easier with social media, especially if you are very proactive and engaging. Effort, don't take them for granted. Okay, a good relationship takes constant effort. Honesty, own up to mistakes, put them right. No one expects perfection. So that is basically it. You can make mistake, you can accept the fact that you are a human, and of course, try and put them right. Companies earning greater loyalty can charge more money. So if you are a company that you are getting a lot of people becoming loyal to you, it means you can charge more money, right? Expect greater share of wallet in product category, reduce administration cost, of course, by, you're also reducing, the amount of money you are spending on promotion and marketing. Reduce marketing expense, reduce fixed cost as a percent of sales, right? Expect more referrals and repeat customers, increase the value over a lifetime of the customers we have worked so hard to acquire. So this is actually about the 4 P's and 7 P's, and I hope you find it very useful. Thank you very much for watching and listening.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.